Fenway Park continues to be a house of horrors for the Seattle Mariners. They have not won a series in Fenway since 2014 when Robbie Cano was on the team. That's how long it's been. Getting off to a game one loss is not a great start. When your pitching staff goes 5 innings, it really is not sustainable. Bryce Miller went 4 2/3. After the fourth inning, I think he was sitting around 76 pitches, and he ended up with 100. So, not his best day on the bump. 5 hits allowed, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, all of them. 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. The 4 walks is concerning. When he misses, he really, really misses. And 10 hard hit balls today. I think he only had 10 first pitch strikes out of 23 batters faced. I mentioned with Brian Wu a few days ago that the Mariners' philosophy about controlling the zone can sometimes come back to haunt you. And it was kind of the opposite problem with Bryce Miller. They jumped all over him when he was in the zone because he was so erratic. The exit velocity was averaged 95. We really haven't seen him at his best this season. In Cincinnati, he was pretty good. This is a very good Red Sox lineup. Duran went 2 for 4 today. Rafael Devers went 0 for 2, which was a blessing. Alex Bregman, he doesn't have to be in the AL West to punish the Seattle Mariners. 2 for 5, a couple doubles. Had 3 RBIs. Abreu went 3 for 4. Tristan Casas was the finishing blow for the Mariners. That's when Thornton just hung a slider right over the middle of the plate, and Casas demolished it. He's still hitting under 200. He's at 165. On the year, Rafaela, the center fielder, also the 9-hole hitter, went 2 for 3. Let's go through the box score. Julio 1 for 4, 3 straight games with a hit. That last ball he hit I thought had a chance of getting out. Fenway's a weird ballpark. It's a very triples-heavy ballpark, doubles-heavy, and it's still somehow below league average in home runs. Double down the right field line was a hard hit ball. Polanco 1 for 4 with a homer. Got a little bit excited after that, and offense didn't really show me much else. Randy 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, one of the streaker guys in this lineup. Still batting below 200 on the year. Solano came in and newsflash went 0 for 2. Not a surprise, Solano has sucked. Rowdy went 0 for 2 as well. I'm personally still riding the high of his 3 home run series in Toronto, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. Bases loaded and Rowdy grounds into a double play. Ben Williamson continues to impress me. 1 for 1, scored a run. I mentioned this before on a previous stream. Doesn't look like the moment's too big for him. He looks totally comfortable. Only took him 150 minor league games to get up to the majors, and yet I wouldn't be able to tell that unless I saw the stat. Dylan Moore, after winning Player of the Week, which congrats by the way, went 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a walk. Scored a run. With Dylan, he has these hot streaks. He's got a month where he looks like an all-star, and then he starts striking out a ton. JP, I think it's unreasonable to assume that JP will get back to where he was in 2023 when he hit 266 with the 19 home runs. But it's still good to see him have multi-hit games. This offense has been a bit, I'd say, papier-mâché this season. You just need contributors across the board. Julio hasn't really heated up yet, but like I said, he's starting to turn it around. Edward Bazardo had 1 hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Stresses me out when he comes in the game. Trent Thornton was the version of himself that a lot of Mariners fans are concerned about when he comes in the game. Just hung a couple breaking balls. Only went a third of an inning today. 2 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, 1 strikeout. The home run to Tristan Casas, who just smoked that ball to center field. Soren Lau made his MLB debut, and he doesn't throw that hard. He's a crafty righty out of the pen. He got 3 strikeouts in his debut. The run he did allow was a fielding error. Brian Bayo, the starting pitcher for the Red Sox, this was his first start on the season, and out of the gate, it looked like he did not have his best stuff. Especially with the bases loaded and hitting 2 batters there in the first inning, I was feeling pretty good about our chances of getting to him. He scrambled and was able to go 5 innings with only 4 hits. After that Polanco homer, he really dialed it in. Just the 1 earned run and 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Now on to the state of the union of the Mariners. I'm not too bummed about the loss today. I think if you're in that clubhouse right now, you're feeling pretty good about where you're at. You're in a mediocre division in a mediocre American League. The only team you really need to worry about long term in your division is Texas because, I mean, the Angels are getting blown out right now. The Athletics are getting blown out by Texas right now. And Houston's always sneaky, but with the loss of Bregman and the loss of Tucker, Houston doesn't really have much of a backbone. I think their reign over the AL West is over. It's crazy at this point in the season and at any point in any season over the last few years that we would be saying the pitching is the problem right now. The offense is red hot other than today. Over the last 12 games, 5.5 runs per game. 6th in the league in WRC plus, that's weighted runs created plus. 100 being league average. 115, which is what they're at. You know, that's not bad. The Yankees are first in that category with probably 3 times the payroll as the Seattle Mariners. Right in the middle in runs scored. The Mariners have relied heavily on home runs over the last few seasons, and it's very boom or bust. Right now, the Mariners are 5th in the league in home runs. A lot of that's because of Cal Raleigh, and they're 9th in strikeout percentage. They're also 13th in the league in on-base percentage, which is not bad. I mean, I'm really impressed with the team up to this point. The state of the team gives me a lot of hope because you're getting production out of guys that you're not really expecting to get a lot of production out of. You're the Miles Mastrobonis of the world, the Dylan Moores of the world, the Ben Williamsons of the world, J.P. Crawford, and Julio's struggling, you know? So if you can have Julio turn around and have the rest of the lineup regress to the mean a little bit, you're in good shape. I don't expect this pitching staff to be this bad for the rest of the season. They're going to pitch half of their starts in T-Mobile, which helps. I expect them to still be like top 10 by the end of the year in many pitching categories. And I expect the offense to settle down a little bit. With some of the positives we've seen from the offense, you're not too worried about them completely flatlining. If you can just have a league average offense, if they can end the season around 15, I'm fine with that because I know your pitching staff is going to be much better than it has been. You've got the Miami Marlins when you get home and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Those two teams are not setting the world on fire offensively. The Angels are 23rd in batting average. Marlins, exactly 100 in WRC+. I feel good about this team. I think they might win 90 games. I think it's going to be a close race. It's going to be a rough rest of the series. We got Hancock on the bump tomorrow, and he's got a 12 ERA on the season. Fenway Park mixed with Emerson Hancock is not a combination that I'm thrilled about. And then we face Garrett Crochet in the series finale. It's going to be tough to scrape a win across. If you get one win in Boston, you guarantee yourself a winning road trip, which is kind of the goal. We knew going in, this is going to be the hardest series on the road trip. Rogers Center in Toronto has been a house of horrors as well for the Mariners, but they managed to get the series win, and it's been even longer since the Mariners have won in Boston. Thanks for watching, everyone. A little bit longer of a video with the State of the Union. Have a good night. Go Mariners.